So, where to begin? First, let me get this out of the way. This wasn't exactly started by 343. This began way back with Bungie. In 2001, a studio known as Bungie released a game called Halo Combat Evolved. This game heavily relied on sandbox elements to create fun and interesting experiences. 3 years later, Bungie releases a sequel to this game that expands upon the sandbox by adding a key ability to the player. 3 more years pass, and Halo 3 is released. They tweak this ability and add to it with new weapons, but mainly it stays the same, and players still love it. Bungie, on the other hand, didn't seem to like it as much, because 1 year later, when Halo 3 ODST is released, this ability is entirely gone without a trace. In 2001, a prequel was released, so most people didn't really expect the ability to be there. And when it wasn't there, people weren't really surprised or angry. However, this could also have been overlooked because of the canonical and multiplayer issues in this game. 2 years pass, Halo 4 is released, and to a decent amount of people's surprise, the attribute that canonically should be there is missing. The attribute that helped sell Halo 2 and was most likely an attribute to Halo 3's success is entirely non-present. 3 years later, just after Halo MCC allowed the attribute to make a small return in Halo 2 Anniversary's multiplayer, Halo 5 is released and its absence is almost entirely overlooked. This was most likely a result of how angry fans were over the generic redesign of the rocket launcher. So, as many of you most likely have guessed, I am of course talking about dual wielding. Dual wielding hasn't been in a Halo game since 2014. 6 years. That is just pitiful. If Halo wants to stand out amongst the current gaming market, it needs to have something unique. Something like dual wielding, which a decent amount of games nowadays don't really use. And considering the fact that Halo Infinite is supposed to be here for the next 10 years, and how many new fans are going to be brought into this game, it should have one of the elements that made Halo 2 and Halo 3 as popular as they are. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. My name is Billy B. Let me step away from the middle school robotic vibe of this, and dude, we gotta be honest here. Do you remember how good it felt to dual wield SMGs and just mow down enemies? Just kill everything. I'm talking like, it just felt so good. You could dual wield like maulers, use them like a shotgun. You could like turn on the scarab gun skull and just annihilate Tartarus. Dude, spread this around. Spread this video around. You just spread the idea around. Tell your friends. Tell like maybe 343 employees or something if you get the chance. Don't harass them though, that's screwed up.